everyone, and welcome to Citrus Twist Kits workshop using the Life Crafted July kit with the album and some of the stamps. This is Patricia to join you for today. The stamps that I'm using are one of the stamp sets that comes with the kit. It's by the same name, Best of This Life, and the Traveler's Notebook and the Chasing Curiosities. Now, a lot of times Citrus Twist will have digital options of some of these stamps, and that is what I did with these little hexagon shapes here. The reason why I did that, I pulled up in Photoshop Elements a page specific to a traveler's notebook size for our Life Crafted albums, because I wanted to center it exactly, and then I wanted to use the actual acrylic stamps to add on to that. Now what I did there is I punched a hole in the center so that I could easily get my scissors in to cut out the inside of those to create frames. I printed my photos at about 2 by 2, maybe a little bit less than that, but I made sure that I had the length that I needed. And I also made sure, as you can see, the photo is pretty small. I made sure that the photo was small enough to fit. Now this one photo, I was able to trim it to where I can get the other side of the photo into one of the other shapes. So this is just another fun way to use the stamps that are available from Citrus Twist Kits. I like the digital option for something like this to be able to eyeball it and get it exactly the way that you want it, and then I can take those acrylic stamps now and I can add the color that I want to and build on my background. Now it's kind of funny because these photos are of my daughter and I with mermaid tails on in the swimming pool, and then the other photo is sushi. But there's a reason behind it, because this was my birthday weekend celebration and we did some swimming and we ate some sushi, which that is part of my journaling. Is you'll see that in a little bit, that really it's only me that likes the sushi, but it was my birthday, so that's what I picked. But this was a fun little way to document memories like this, and it's also a fun way to document using photos that aren't typically like the best quality. Like the mermaid ones, we're small in the photo and it's a lot of distractions. It's very bright outside. And then the sushi one, it's the light wasn't that great in the restaurant, as well as the selfie photo that my daughter took of us that I'll be using on the other side of this Life Crafted album. But it makes it fun for something like this. So I'm going to continue to build this background. I'm using 3 different colors of inks, and I'm pulling colors that I want to use in conjunction with some of the papers that are in the Life Crafted album. My idea for this is to have these colored images stamped and then stamp onto some of the pattern papers and cut out just the inside. You'll see that here in just a little bit. I'm going to grab quite a few. I'm going to use quite a few of these. And I'm going to stamp just using the same color ink and just stamp that, because I don't really need the color of the stamp image. I just want to be able to have a guide to be able to cut just that inside out. So that will give me my template to just easily trim out that inside. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start placing all of these trimmed pieces into those shapes to fill up my background. And then I'll just trim off the excess. You'll see that here in just a little bit. Any excess that is hanging off the edges, I'll just trim those off. I love these pattern papers. I always love the colors of Citrus Twist Kits papers. They're neutrals, and then they're also pops of colors. They're colors that you don't always see out in the industry, so it's really fun to work with, and it goes perfectly with these pictures and this memory. So now I'm going to start pulling out some of the other stamps. I definitely used a good bit of the Chasing Curiosity stamp set, but I love the font and the whole image of the Traveler's Notebook and the Best of This Life. So those were the 3 that I really focused on the most, creating this one side of the page. So on one of the pattern paper shapes from the Chasing Curiosities, I used Living the Best Life. I stamped that directly onto it because that pattern paper has a white background, and it was perfect to be able to see that that font, that sentiment. And then I'm going to be using Living Fully right here. That's also from Chasing Curiosities. And then Summer is Here. And I believe that one is from The Best of This Life. And then here we are with the brackets around it in black. A couple of them I did in black because I wanted those to stand out, and kind of as a subtitle, I did the others in gray. This is the best and the Summer is Here are in gray. But I really like using the different fonts that are available in these and to create a background and the sentiment of what the memory is about. So I'm just going to continue to get that the way I want it. But I also pulled out on the Chasing Curiosities, there's a little wave image. And on that wave image, I used different shades of the blue to stamp onto the background in different little areas. And you saw that just a little bit ago where I was stamping those. And what I like about those is you could either stamp those to continue a straight line of waves, or in this case, I kind of nested the two different blue shades together. I really like that look that you can get. And then you can offset them too a little bit. Now, the other image I'm using from Chasing Curiosities is the seashell. I thought it went really well with this memory. So I'm using a complementary ink color for my background and just stamping those along the background as well. Now I want to pull in, there's always some awesome embellishments in the Life Crafted kits. And at first I thought I would use some of the other shapes. I started with the circle. I really liked the image. I liked what it said. And I like the other shapes, but with my background already having the repetition going on, I felt like the circle puffy stickers really were better here, so were a better option. So I just placed those around, and then I'm just going to fill in this area with some of these adorable little enamel shapes that are available in the kit. They're so teeny tiny, they're so cute. Now I'm going to use some of the dies that are available in the kit. I love that weekend. I love the playfulness of it. It goes along with the photos and everything. So I foam adhered that there. So that will be the right side. Now this left side, I'm using a pocket that has the 3x4 on the top and the bottom. So I want to use a smaller photo because I want to use one of the cards that are available in the kit. So I'm going to use that top card with our photo there at the top, and I'm trying to decide which to use at the bottom. And I decide that I want to use this card with the little banner. And I pull out the Best of This Life stamp set, and I stamp an ampersand in the middle, and then I do then and now underneath it to finish that pocket. Now for the little die cut that I'm using under the photo with my daughter, I stamped a little seashell in the same ink color that I used on the right. And then I'm just going to send that through on my typewriter to type my journaling. And really that finishes this up. There was one other little thing that I did add. To the right page, I added another circle. I just thought it was fun because it did have the plate with the fork and the spoon next to it. So I adhered that there, and then I just trimmed off the excess to it. So really that finishes this up. I hope this inspires you to get creative with the digital and the acrylic stamps available. Or definitely either or is going to be great for your projects. I can't wait to see what you create. Please share in the Citrus Twist Kits Facebook group. Thank you so much for joining me for this workshop.